Hi, I'm Liz Schrum for the Wisconsin Technology Council, here with WisBusiness.com, the show. Just ahead, Evan Wing talks about his transition from banker to entrepreneur as he joins a young, high-tech firefighting company. And now, here are this week's tech metrics. These snapshots of key indicators in the Wisconsin economy are developed by the Wisconsin Technology Council for its policy and news reports. We're back with Evan Wing, the CEO at Wisconsin-based HMA Fire. Welcome, Evan.
Yeah, thanks very much for having me, yeah.
You recently left a successful career in banking to join HMA Fire. Talk about your evolution from finances to fire technology.
That's a great question. So I've been in the banking industry for about 14 years and have had just about every role that you can have within that. When I moved to Middleton in 2008, I'd never been in a municipality where there was a volunteer department. So when I started interviewing with the Middleton Fire Department in 2012, that really kind of tapped into a bit of, I think, who I really am. So couple that with business management, leading a team, sales, development, building relationships, which are a lot of things that I very much enjoy. When I had the opportunity to start to lead a company and be part of its growth and be a part of an industry that there hasn't been a lot of change in for a long time, it was a pretty easy decision to make. So,
HMA Fire has a high-tech suppression system developed originally for the space program. How does it work?
Yeah, so HMA was one of the pioneers of ultra-high pressure, and there's been a lot of research. The Middleton Fire District has done a great job of doing a lot of controlled burns that have helped the science behind why ultra-high pressure works. But if you can imagine throwing a glass of water on a fire, the outer shell is what actually is absorbing the heat. The rest of that water will typically fall to the floor and can be water damage, to further damage to the property. What ultra-high pressure does is we flow typically between 20 to 30 gallons per minute at the nozzle at about 1,300 psi coming out of the nozzle. So what it is very small droplets of water that absorb heat at a much higher rate than conventional means, than larger droplets. So if you think of a water droplet split into 64 smaller water droplets, that's what ultra-high pressure is. So that technology, as we're able to use less water, can fit on the back of a command vehicle, can fit on an existing apparatus. So the faster that we can actually get on scene and start flowing water, we're able to reduce the amount of damage that's done to the property. It's much less taxing on the firefighter itself. The hose line is much easier to use, and it actually helps us, or allows us to get back into service faster, as there's a lot less cleanup and a lot less hose that needs to be managed.
You're part of a panel discussion at the upcoming Wisconsin Entrepreneurs Conference in Madison. What do you hope to tell people about making the leap in the startup world?
I've always thought it's one of those things where it seems like a really hard decision, but then once you make the decision and you make the commitment to go, looking back on it, usually the decisions are kind of staring at you in the face all along. So I think being organized, knowing what your plan A is, what your plan B is, making sure that you know where your own finances are, and thinking worst case scenario, that's something that we've always had in the fire service is, this plan could work, but what if it doesn't? What's plan B? What's plan C? And you need to understand what you're getting yourself into, obviously. So the team, the technology, is it actually solving a problem? And being realistic. And obviously working with different partners like your banker, your accountant, your attorney, et cetera, and being able to take advice and taking feedback and being able to help craft your plan from there. So I think just being organized and being realistic with yourself about what you're passionate about and if it's worth the risk.
Thank you, Evan. And thank you for watching WisBusiness.com, the show. The show is produced by the Wisconsin Technology Council and WisBusiness.com and sponsored by UW-Milwaukee, BDO, and Exact Sciences. Be sure to look for Tom Still's Inside Wisconsin commentary on our websites. I'm Liz Schrum of Talent Foot Executive Search. See you next time.